Check. Check. Check one. Check two. Check three. This is it. Yeah, this is it. You know this is it. This is it. This is the... What is this? Oh, yeah. Welcome to the Cannabis Coffee Hour. Yeah. Well, yeah. Get it together, dude. It's the Cannabis Coffee Hour. This is really big stuff. We got sponsors now. You gotta get it together, Rob. Oh, there it is. We're doing it. This is it. Episode 286. Welcome to the Cannabis Coffee Hour. Thank you for listening. Thank you for hitting that button that plays these sounds. This is my weekly podcast where I sample coffee. I have a great cup of coffee. I went through my first pour over, and it wasn't enough. I needed more. I had some grounds. Actually, I had these crazy grounds, dude. I was walking by the store in Brooklyn, and it was like this Middle Eastern store, and it was like where all the, they got oils and like turmeric and honey, and I love just in New York and going into all different types of stores. So I rolled in there, and they had some Yemen coffee from Yemen, which is in the Middle East. I don't know, I'm not going to talk any political. This is strictly Cannabis Coffee Hour, but I did buy it. It was $15. It was just so rare and odd. But it did say it was roasted in Yemen like for 500 years. They had this tradition, which was dope. And I do hear about all these different Middle Eastern countries have all these different styles of coffee, and even there's like select blends. The more I do this podcast, and the same thing with cannabis, it just goes on forever. Forever and ever? Well, whatever. Forever and ever? Whatever. Forever and ever? 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 Forever and forever, forever and ever. There's like this sampling thing on here that I haven't mastered. That's what's fun about the Cannabis Coffee Hour is that I really am playing with and pushing the podcast platform in the essence of this is my weekly journal of great coffee. I got some great Guatemalan coffee from Stumptown. But this is like, they're direct from farm. Blend. And it's the Semillero. Was the first plot of land in Luis Pedro Zella bought after graduating as an agronomist. It was originally intended as a seed farm, but as time went on, Lewis experiments produced more and more exquisite coffee. Today, Lewis's produces some of the highest quality lots seen in the family operation. I guess, yeah, this is just this super old Antigua, Guatemalan. Yeah. Semelaro, direct trade. A round cup combining notes of creamy vanilla, nectarine, and plum. Watch out. Yeah, that's what I'm sipping on. This is from a Chemex. I don't know what's going on with my Chemex pour, but it's I'm like getting 1 or 2 or 3 cups of coffee out of like doing the whole thing. I think it may be my patience. I didn't meditate today, but this is a type of meditation. But I know you got to sit there and do it, because the last couple times that I did do it, it felt great. But again, the thing about all that spirituality stuff is, the more you talk about it, the more it kind of takes away from it. And literally, meditation is, shutting down the brain. I definitely have been, going deep with the chakras and the Kundalini yoga. But yeah, I think going into your 40s and 50s and how cannabis is getting more legalized and people are working more from home, podcasts and content creation. Like, I just think it's a brand new future, with some of this stuff. I'm having a blast doing the podcast. I did have a guest lined up. I got these invites of interesting, cool, and I'm not trying not to do like just famous for famous. Mostly just like fun for fun. That's what this is all about. Be noble. Shout out to Matawanas on 5th Avenue, as well as the travel agency. Those are the 2 places that I frequent in Brooklyn. And yeah, they're amazing. I just want to give small business, legal business, New York business, documented. It is a wild and changing time. How everybody's doing everything is like changing. But it all comes down to so much computers and media, and I feel guilty even doing this and talking this way, because there's a part of me, that I was such a TV kid that by the time I'm done with like on my computer stuff, I'm kind of done with looking at screens, and I've been playing a lot of guitar. I've been going just off on my guitar and trying to focus with my left hand. I'm not left-handed guitarist, but I do the frets up there, and yeah, man, it's fun and funky. But I don't want to disturb I've been doing a little bit of everything, so I kind of want to get the podcast up and out and find maybe a space to make a little bit more noise. With my guitar, maybe get an electric guitar. That'll probably cut down the noise. I get an electric guitar and plug it through my earphones. I think this podcast makes its noise, but the beats are just running through my headphones. So and just all these facts. Oh, right. Be noble. Be noble is the cannabis that I have been partaking in. Be noble. Fab 5 Freddy. This is his cannabis he's involved with, and it's amazing. Espresso. Anytime you see Be Noble, grab espresso. It will not. It won't do. This is the cannabis coffee hour, but I've tried a few, and that's the ticket, kid. Let's see here. I wanted to focus a little bit more on the music. and I kind of put a beat together a little bit. So I might take it into outer space here. I'm gonna put the mic down, just groove out a little bit. Guatemala coffee. It's so good. It tastes like wood, liquid from the earth. Give birth to more lyrics. Here I go. Yeah, I'm flowing like snow melting off a glacier. Watch, I'm gonna say, see you later. Yo, I'm not a masturbator. I'm just a creator. Creator on the mic. Watch out. This is what I like. Space. Spacey beats. Yeah, it's so unique.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube page.
Yes, subscribe to the YouTube page.
Whoa. Alright. I thought it was
everybody. Sorry, everybody. I thought I lost the bass, but there it is. Sometimes you just gotta fiddle, figure, fuck around, mess around until you figure it out. Shout out Young Ethels. I did another show there last night. It's a show called We Have Fun. Speaking of fun, that show is a lot of fun. Shout out Zach and Dan that run it. It's Wednesdays at 7:30. Yeah, I did it last night. And I taped it, and I'm also doing like the sound, you know? So I'm learning all that, which is a trip. Whoa. Maybe I need to cut out the bass here for a second. Or I could just, you know,
talk like this, and it's just hanging out, just sucking on some healing.
Yeah, people are really into, you know, whoa, I don't know what that is. Not to judge, but, you know, all this, like, nitrous. I did maybe a couple of balloons one time at a show at the original Grateful Dead shows. But I wouldn't say the last 15, 20 years. I have not, but I know people that have. And I just saw some weird stuff that, you know, Kanye, I don't know. I don't want to talk Kanye or even rumors, but it's just odd that that thing has come around. Because I did see, like, I walked by this dentist, but, I mean, it was, you know, it's just this, like, kind of grimy underground thing that dentists use. And also, like, hippies and people that party a lot. And I saw this, like, this guy had a whole truck of, he was coming out of the dentist's office. And he had a whole truck, and they looked like nitrous. And I saw on the side, like, it said, I think, nitrous oxide. But he was looking at me, because I was, you know, my hair is all done out. I'm kind of just, you know, a stoner comic that's, you know, walking down the streets here in Brooklyn. And so he was just looking at me like, what is this dude looking at? And I was looking at him like, I know exactly. I mean, if I was a super duper hippie, I would be thinking about how could I get one of those. I'd probably like try to go talk to. Maybe he thought I was going to try to bribe him or steal from him. Those were probably the things he was thinking about. I was just fascinated about it. Just kind of like, you know. I guess with the whole like flare up of the Grateful Dead and the psychedelic movement and how open and legal cannabis has gotten in New York and around the country, you know, which has been beneficial, I think, 100%. I mean, on my, you know, that's for me, because but all these stores are closing. There has to be something in there. I do think that New York's doing it right by shutting down all the illegal ones, and they have been. Everybody's bumming out on this mayor, and I don't know the politics of it all, but I do know that he shut them down, and I do think that's good for the legal, and I do think that makes it safer for real cannabis consumers and connoisseurs, and safe, you know. But at the same time, you know, I don't want to be too I'm mostly just trying to figure out my guitar, and I'm cooking, and I'm putting together my show 1972. So I've been doing these sets, and the idea is, you know, I've been taping them and getting a lot better at taping. You know, I used to just roll in and just do, you know, 40 minutes someplace in some weird, you know, back room, and didn't tape or document any of it. And I kill and have these great moments. And now the whole thing is content. So I understand a little bit. So, a lot of it is like you just have to take responsibility of what you're doing, what you're putting out there, and how. I saw this. JB Smooth was talking about it on a podcast. Shout out to JB Smooth, and just how hardcore you want to go. And as you get older, you got to focus on some of these things. So, some of these things I didn't focus on. You always focus in on the stuff you're good at, and with this podcast, it's just organization, but that's coming along. I think a lot of it is people, bow out because it's just too much work. Are you ready to go to work? Let's go. Hit it. Whoa. Too loud. Whoa. I kind of do like it low like that. At home, sniffing Tiger Balm. Oh yeah, I am gonna get on the yoga mat and stretch my knees out. Then I'm gonna show you what it is all about. It's about my lower back. Yo, your whole style's whack. My stretches are the illest. My happy baby rules. You gotta go back to yoga school. I freestyle on the mat. Sometimes I lay on my back for like 38 minutes, just breathing. Yo, what you want about heathens? I'm just breathing in and out. They call it prana. Breathing in and out. Prana. Yeah. Line 5 chakras. Watch out. Line 5 different chakras. Watch out. I'll just rock ya on the microphone. Put me on the spotlight, and it goes all night. 'Cause everybody likes when I'm riding this bike on a mic. I skid it up, then I say, what's in your cup? They say, this is straight syrup. I say, man, I never heard of it. I'm not sipping on none of that. I like no gats. I like no guns. I just like to have fun. Give me seltzer water and some good weed. A funky beat, yeah, watch me breathe. I'm breathing mad prana in and out. Then everybody's saying, what this kid is about? I'm not a kid, I'm 52. Yeah, what the hell am I supposed to do? I just drink seltzer and I'm stretching. Did I mention that I do stand-up shows? I got all kind of sick flows. I got a lot of cool friends. Yo, shout out to all of them. Yeah, from the west to the east. You know I'll never cease until I'm done. But today I'm gonna have fun. Don't want a gun, don't want a knife. Hey, you ain't the dude from Police Academy.
Shut up.
I'm just doing this, man. Okay, hold on. Hold. I like that. I always loved the hand clap. In a fat nap. I like a hand clap in a fat nap. I like a hand clap in a fat nap in a dirty hat. Doing karate with Pat. Yo, I like to scat. Not the thing. I'm not German. I don't swing. I don't own a ring. Well, I got a wedding ring. Whoa. Hey, can I get this together, man? Come on. I think it's okay. That's it. All right. Can you hear me? Is this cool? I got some essential oils here. I got some Tiger Balm. I got some things to do. Gotta get the new stuff all fluffied up. That is the part I like creating, is keeping it kind of new. What? I think it's just okay, there it was. There. Sometimes I listen. Okay. There? Yeah. Okay. Hello. This coffee is amazing. Yeah, lately I've been doing the pour over, and then mixing up all these like different grounds, and then collecting them in a mason jar, and then I have the whole beans. So these Guatemalan, this is like the whole bean from Stump Down, the Semalaro. But like I said, this is a thick cup. I was like, I'm gonna down this within the first 10 minutes of this podcast, but it's like thick, so it's like strong. But it's oh my god, it tastes delicious. Yeah, I can't seem to get enough of like dark chocolate and coffee. Like, I'm always drinking it, and I'm always like, man, I'm gonna get sick of this, and then I don't. The same thing with pizza. The same thing with cannabis. I think I do keep it in moderation, and I have a slice here and there, toke here and there, rock some rhymes here and there, do some shows. But now it's like I'm kind of gonna press it a little bit with all these like projects, whether it's the artwork or handing off some of the editing with the podcast, or just focusing on the writing. But I think it's all kind of coming together, and a lot of it is like learning how to just go at my own pace. and making my own vibe. And that's why I appreciate everybody that's ever listened or contributed or been a part or smoked out with me during this podcast. You are well appreciated. Whoa. Okay. But yeah, this coffee's amazing. We'll play a couple, few more beats. I do like doing the music and involving music and kind of having it in an impromptu, doing the raps. But kind of it seems more natural. And once I get out and about, I have a couple different locations in mind. And experimenting with the sounds and the music, the visuals,
Visual audio.
Well, okay.
Check. Whoa. What?
Well, okay. Hello. One for the Nalgene, one for the gene, one for the gene, mean gene, clean, supreme, team. Oh yeah, I'm not drinking lean, I'm just drinking water. I got a cup of Nalgene bottle, watch out. I got Tiger Balm, watch out. I got essential oils, watch out. I got a guitar pick, you know what it means. Watch out. This podcast has been a lot of fun. Shout out Be Noble Espresso Strain. Be Noble Espresso Strain rocks the fucking house. No doubt. Turn it out. Shout out Fab Five Freddy. In the Be Noble camp. I do enjoy, I also have Harney Brothers. They make tea and they have a great outdoor pre-roll. We're going to be sampling more cannabis, more coffee. I'm talking to sponsors as we speak. And I'm seeing like sponsors pop up on the ads. Like again, like I'm doing everything. And I'm up against some of the biggest podcasts in the world. And it's just me and my yoga mat and these beat machines. And, but I'm having a blast do it. And I appreciate everybody. Let's see this. Whoa, 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 Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. Shout out to the sky, the sun, and yourself. I appreciate you listening. Peace and love. Check. There was one other story. There was one other story I wanted to talk about. I pulled out of the podcast a little too early, so I just wanted to add on. It was something, I write down things to talk about. And one of them is how good this Stumptown is. Not that I'm trying to get any, I'm just saying it's kind of, at this point, Stumptown is kind of like Tiger Bomb. Like, you just know that brand. it's like Nag Champa, that type of incense. It's always good. Absolutely delicious. But check out this beat. This beat is kind of funky. I just popped it up. So I made this, I got this like really expensive bread from it was not like the full bodega, but it was kind of like the upper grade bodega. And I got this loaf of bread, right? And it was like this croissant bread. It was called croissant bread, where all the slices of the bread looks like a croissant. And it was like yellow, and it was like decadent, and this thing was like $10 a loaf. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna get this decadent ass thing. I'm gonna make some avocado toast or some French toast. I don't know. I'm gonna do something with it. Because it was so delicious looking. So good. So good. Oh man. But then when I got it home, and I opened the bread up, mold. Was molded out, dude. Shit was molded out. Did you just hear me? It was mold, everybody. There was mold all in the bread. And I know this happens, but this was like the most, it would be like buying a Lamborghini and you brought it home and the tires and the engine was all fucked up, man. But yeah, so it was molded out. Not all of it. There was 2 slices. And so then I was like, okay, there's 2 slices, but they were about to go. But this is what I did. I just took the 2 good slices and threw the rest in the trash. But I was like, I'm going to do something epic with these things, man. I'm going to do something nobody's ever done. And I took 2 eggs and I just put 2 eggs. I put 1 egg on each of them. Like, first I just let it soak on a plate in that yolk. And then I just doused it with this really good cinnamon. Really good, right? And then I just buttered up this little tiny pan, like one of those little small ones. Buttered it up. So I had like 1 egg, each of these fucking croissant slices had 1 egg, each of them. All right, and then I just killed it just like with all this great cinnamon. And then I did this. I got good butter. Had some good butter in the pan. Had it sizzling, right? And then I just threw it. I just French toast both of them. And I was like, what am I gonna do? I don't eat bacon. What do I do now? I had some Nutella, and I had some peanut butter, and I put Nutella and peanut butter on top of one of the pieces of bread, and then I made a sandwich and melted that. And I was worried if the egg and the peanut butter and the Nutella would that all go together, but with the cinnamon, everything just melted and blended together so perfectly. And when I ate that thing, it was so good. So good. So good, so good. You know, sometimes you just gotta make
Do with what you got. And right now,
You know, I was so inspired by Shawnee Slices. Shout out to my buddy Sean Aiken out there. That was one of my favorite episodes. And I've been cutting up into those YouTube reels. So again, subscribe to the Cannabis Coffee Hour YouTube page, the CCH podcast, if you don't want to say it in front of your grandma. The CCH podcast or the Cannabis Coffee Hour, where, it's kind of a weekly journal of a comedian, writer, actor, yoga enthusiast, stretching connoisseur, beat manifester. I love making these beats. I don't know. I'm not really making. I'm just kind of playing with the synthesizers. Playing with the synthesizers.
Shout out to
Be Noble. Be Noble Cannabis. Be Noble Cannabis. Great. You could tell I've been around the block here. Born in 1972. So when I say this is some of the best coffee and the best cannabis in the world, I have to say this is. I mean, there's better stuff out. There's always another level to everything. That's what makes it so exciting. Or bringing it back to the source. And that's what I'm about. Bringing it back to the source. Pure essence of living with nature. Whatever that means. Drinking water, stretching, being nice, being kind. All right, that's it. Now that's it. Now.